Good morning, everyone. I'm Melissa with Neely's Needle Nest, and I am a FlossTube channel that we have called that in collaboration with a bunch of floss tubers around the world, called FlossTube. And you can go on YouTube anytime and just type in FlossTube, and you'll find a bunch of people that do floss tubes. And what does that mean? That means that we come on here and we like to show some of our cross stitches we do, like I have behind me on my wall, and we'll show you things that we use, gadgets we use, fibers and linens that we use, and some of the latest charts that come out. And I've always liked FlossTube for that, because then I know what some of the new charts that are coming out that people are stitching. So today is something special. Shirl with Tranquil Stitches has asked some of us to do a floss tube today, and it's a collaboration of about 10 of us, and we are focusing today on our fibers. So our focus is on fibers, which means our flosses. So we're going to show some of our flosses that we use, some of our favorites. So I'm excited to do this, Shirl. Thank you so much for asking me, and it's going to be fun. So when you open this video today, or maybe one of the other 10, you will see in the notes below, if you go down below underneath the video, all the way to the right on mine is a little arrow that's going down. If you hit that arrow, another box pops up. It shows you all the details of our videos, and if you go in there, all 10 of us that are doing a video today on our fibers is in that list. You can click each one of them and you can go watch their channels too, their video today. And they'll be about, I don't know, they'll be different lengths of time, but they won't probably be long, because we're just going to talk about one of our favorite fibers. So I'm really excited to show you some of my flosses today, and the one that I've been using a lot in the last year, and that would be Victorian Motto Sampler Shop is her blog page. Her flosses are Victorian Motto Sampler flosses. Some of the reasons, one thing, I got involved with her floss club, which is every month, was because I wanted to try some of her fibers, and I use them a lot. So if I don't have a certain color, I'll usually go to my pile of flosses from her and try to match one up and use hers. Another thing I like about hers, and I'm going to get ready to show you in a minute some of them, is that she puts 20 yards on in her skeins. So you pay for 20 yards what you would pay in a normal, like, other floss, a fancy variegated floss. So I like that because you get a lot more floss on your little tags. So let me show you some of her flosses, and I'm going to show you first how I put her flosses together. So I was watching, sorry, I'm going to have some crinkles here. I think it was, is Kismet? I'm sorry if I'm wrong on this, but I know other people use these, and I've seen them lately, but they're these tie things. And there's different colors on them. So they just loop, and then you can screw it together right here. And you'll see how I'm using it here in a minute. So there's different colors, so I can color coordinate them. So let's put that crinkle away. So let me show you some of her flosses that I have. So see, I have them on the ring here. And this is some of, like, my grays and whites and things from her. And so here's one of her tags. You see that? Sorry, I have a glare today. There, that's a little better. So, like, this one says, she called it Hillside Brambles. And then sometimes, let me find one on her tag. She'll say if it's close to a DMC conversion. So like on this one, 'Tis the Season Mud Pie. That was in the Christmas packet last year. At the bottom here, she shows the conversion being number 610. So sometimes she matches it close to a DMC color. And that's that one right there. So that's kind of my grays family. And then here's my brown family. So there's some browns. And this one that has special tags, I just bought the patriotic package she had and split it with my friend here in the neighborhood that also stitches. So I made little tags so I would not forget what ones they were. Okay, that's the brown. Here's greens. I actually have 2 packets of greens. So I got a lot of greens, but look at them. I love them. Different colors, and see how much is on one. Here's a neat thing to know about these and some of your fancy flosses. See how she puts a little white thing around here to kind of keep it on there, and then the loop is down here. If you just cut the threads at the end of this loop, then you can just pull the thread out each time. You don't have to take this off the card at all, and you don't even have to take the white piece off. So I love that. Here's my other greens. They're the darkers. Aren't they pretty? I love them. Greens, yellows and brown, or tans and stuff. Yellows. Look at all those. Oranges. All the oranges or peachy colors, the orange family. I have a couple of red families. The darker, well, yeah, these are the darker ones on the reds. And some of them are variegated, but you're not going to be able to tell probably through the video. Most of them are variegated. Some of them are more variegated. My lighter reds, pinks, those colors. I love them. Look at this melon color. What's it called? Oh, it's called Pink Sapphire. I like her names too. Purple family. Kind of violet family I kind of put together. They're so pretty. Here's purple. This is my last family of purples. Like, look at this variegated one. I'll show you a couple of them. You see that? It's kind of got blues and purples. And then this one's darker. Has some variegation. I just love her flosses. I use them a lot. So that's Victorian Motto Sampler, and she has a package or Floss of the Month Club. You can get brights or you can get primitive colors. So for about 8 months I did brights, so that's why you see a lot of brights in mine. And then a couple months ago I changed to primitive, so I'm starting to get some of the muted colors like for samplers and stuff. So her Floss of the Month Club is $29.99 a month, and plus shipping, which isn't much, and you get that monthly, and you get 12 of them in there for that. So you can add all that up and you'll see how much you get for $30 basically. So I love her flosses, and they have been great. They don't shred or anything, so I love them. So I got to thinking, I've been wanting to do a stitch along a Sal. So when I picked, or Cheryl said, why don't you do Victorian Motto, because I gave her 3 people that flosses I use. I got to thinking, I'm going to call Nancy Turner is Victorian Motto Sampler, and see if she might be willing to make on the Sal I'm going to show you in a second. There's 13 colors in it. If she would dye floss just for that pattern. So they won't be 20 yards long, except for the white. When you see in here, you'll see why, because we need more of the whitish color. So let me show you the sow first, and then I'll tell you what I talked to her about. So what I'm going to start, we were going to start at the beginning of September, but we don't want to get rushed with her having to make all the floss packets. So we're going to start at, I'll tell you those dates here in a minute. But here's the sow I'm going to do. It's harvest delivery. You see the horse, that's why we have to have a little bit more of the white for the horse. Now this is not a very like exciting sometimes picture, although it is actually a good picture, but it's hard to see then through a video all the colors and stuff. So I'm going to show you, I just did this one this summer delivery. So I'll show you what it looks like because I finished it. So you can see how the horse actually pops, especially when you use a good fabric for it. Look at this one. This was summer delivery. I love it. I love this one and all those stars and the sheep and the flag. So, and I did this, I did not use her flosses. I did use the call for on this one. So on mine, we're going to use Victorian Sampler Motto flosses. I did dye my own, you can see the back of mine, my own fabric. So I will probably dye my own fabric and try to get the same colors when I do harvest delivery. And if you want me to do a video on how I dye my fabric, comment below. Say, yeah, do a video. I want to see a video on how you do your fabric. And that's a coffee tea dye. And then I did, after I was done, go back and wet it again and put a rip color in it to get some of the reddish in it. You can't see the reddish hardly in the videos, but there is a little bit of red in there. So if you want to see me do a video on that, let me know. Let me look at my notes. I don't want to forget anything. So, on the sow, and here's all the details for the sow. Nancy is going to work on the flosses, and there'll be 13 for the price of 12, and we're only doing as much as you need. Basically, you'll get 5 yards of every color, because that's probably all you need in this one, except for the horse. So we're going to do 10 yards on the horse color, and she's going to do all of that, 13 colors for this package for $12 plus shipping. I think that's awesome. So she is waiting on some floss to come in. She orders from across the sea, and she's going to dye them for me and then show me. But they probably will not be ready to order till September 1. So you'll need to order September 1. And you'll see more. I'll be posting stuff on Instagram and talking about it in my videos more when we get towards the time. But I just wanted you to know about it since I was featuring her floss today. So she'll be open to order for that on September 1st. She will ship them on September 15th. And we can start our sale then on September 30th. So that gives everybody even time to go out, go to your local needlework store and order this. Support your local needlework store. If you don't have one, that gives you time to order it somewhere. So it's Harvest Delivery Plum Street Samplers. I did make sure for Plum Street that these aren't going to like suddenly go out of print, and they're not. So go get one. Make sure you get one, and we'll start on this. It doesn't take that long to do these, so it'll be fun, and it'll be a fun fall thing for us to do. And I'm so excited to do that, and that Victorian Motto is going to do that for us. Thank you so much, Nancy. We're going to have fun with that. Now let me make sure I told you everything about that. All right, that is it. And so I hope that you've seen all these fibers. Go try them. But if you want, this would be a great way to try them. Get 13, try it, work with it, see how you like it. Nancy, the way she works when you go, and I'm going to link this below in my description box. She has a blog. So she doesn't have a website. She has a blog, and she sells things from her blog. And if you go on there now, she's selling a package of blues and a package of greens right now. So if you go on there, you can And the way you order with her is by email. And she's great with email. I mean, I've talked to her a lot this week. She answers them right away. She knows what's going on. I've ordered from her in the past. She is very email ran, her shop, and she follows all that very well. And she'll then PayPal you for payment. And if you go on her blog, you'll see how she works, and she says everything all in the right-hand column, how she works, and her email's there too. She also sells some stuff through eBay. She doesn't use Etsy, but she uses eBay. So I'm going to link her link to eBay also below. So you'll see some of her floss packets on there. But if not, you can always email her and say, hey, do you have something for, like she did a patriotic batch, or for Christmas, or a fall batch. You know, she has different batches that she does that she can send you a whole package on. So make sure to go check her out and give her some love and some stitchy love and buy some of her flosses. Otherwise, you can wait till this comes out and we do this, and you can try her flosses out that way. So thank you for joining me today. Watch my Instagram, which is Melissa Gail Neely. It's my name. I've been trying to think about changing it, but I'm not going to change it during all this sale because I want you not being able to find me. So I go by my name on my Instagram, and that's how you can find me and find out all the announcements for the sale. And another thing is I'm almost to 500 subscribers. And if I get to 500 subscribers, I've been saying that I want to do a giveaway, so I will. And then, but if my floss anniversary is coming up on the 12th, and if I can get to 1,000 subscribers by the time sale starts, so it gives me 6 weeks, I'm going to do a big drawing for everybody. So please share my video, especially this one, because they can link below and see 9 other floss tubers today. And share my video, like my video, and subscribe. When you subscribe, hit the notifications, and if you hit the notifications, you'll know every time I submit a video to YouTube. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you, Shirl, for asking me. Thank you so much to Nancy for providing this floss packet for my sal. I really appreciate it, and you've been a joy to work with. See you all later. Have a great day. Have a thought today on our Lord and our God and how He helps you. And sometimes when you're sowing the harvest or doing things in life and He's saying, wait, you got to let it wait. Just remember that sometimes He doesn't answer for years later, but He does. You see that often in the Bible where He doesn't answer for many years later. But He answers prayers and to His will, of course. So make sure you go worship today and however you worship, and we'll see you next time. Bye.